안녕하세요. 솔트입니다. 정말 오래간만에 이렇게 영상으로 찾아뵙는 것 같아요. 오늘 바로 제가 제 박사 논문 디펜스 하는 날인데요. 박사 과정 학생들에게는 졸업식이라고도 할 수 있는 그런 날이죠. 졸업식이 이제 줌에서 진행되는데 오늘 되게 감사하게 저희 교수님이 출근길에 저희 집에 들리셔가지고 저한테 샴페인을 한 병 주고 가셨어요. 끝나고 나면 이제 딱 샴페인 딱 터트리면서 마시라고. 그래서 정말 감사하게 아침에 잠깐 만나고 그리고 되게 또 용기를 북돋아 주시는 얘기를 해주셔서 지금 저는 자신감이 뿜뿜한 상태입니다. 호주씨? 엄마가 오늘 졸업하는데 소감이 어떤가요? 응? 어떤가요, 호주씨? 남편이 스타벅스에서 커피랑 빵을 사가지고 왔습니다. 뭐라고? 지원 사격?
Hey, thank you everyone for joining us this afternoon. It's my honor to introduce today's speaker, Yeji Zhang. Yeji received her Doctor of Veterinary Medicine degree from the College of Veterinary Medicine at Konkuk University in South Korea. She matriculated to the Pathobiology graduate program in 2015 as a Margaret Lee Scholar. Yeji has exceeded beyond expectations in this project, and I'm very excited for her to share her work with you all today.
Thank you for that lovely introduction, Laura. And thank you everyone in the audience for joining me today. And I want to present my PhD thesis that's titled Morphological and Transcriptomic Characterization of Invasion in Pancreatic Cancer Organoids. First, I want to start with a little bit of background on why pancreatic cancer is such a deadly disease. So with that, I would be happy to take any questions.
The origin of the organoid? What is time zero in cell culture?
Really a beautiful presentation, important problem. The technologies you used are spectacular. I love your microdissection from the...
Thank you.
Well, congratulations on a wonderful work.
Thank you. Okay, as you can see, it happened through collaboration between many different labs. Of course, I cannot do everything. And I want to move on to my more personal acknowledgement. So I want to thank Dr. Laura Wood. Of course, I won't be here without you. And you've been just a very tremendous, very helpful mentor, especially just putting up with my goofiness and dorkiness. And I can be a little dramatic when something doesn't work. And then even at night, I would just email Laura and be like, it didn't work, and just put thousands of exclamation points. But she always calmed me down and put me on track, makes me think on different perspectives. And next day I realized it actually worked, and it happened many times. She is the rare kind of mentor who can also inquisitively explore the most basic biological questions, but also puts you in the clinical perspective. And all I wanted to do in grad school was doing translational research. And I think I've done it only because I met you. So thank you so much. And I also went back last night to look back at our first encounter. And this is how it all began. So 2016, January, I emailed Laura I wrote a very formal email. Dear Dr. Wood, can you let me rotate with you? And this was January, and I only heard from Kathy, who's a previous grad student who's a year above me, that she just returned from maternity leave. So I emailed Laura, and this is what she said. I'm happy to meet you. So I was thrilled. I went to meet with her, and then she said, now is not a great time because she just returned from maternity leave and kind of was having crazy things going on. So I said, okay. And then I went back to do my other second rotation. And then by the time I had to choose my third rotation, I wasn't sure if this was a rejection or really she was busy. So I was kind of hesitant to send my second email because what if I get just fear of rejection? What if I get rejected again? So I was hesitant, but I did end up sending this email like, hi, just knocking on her door again. I hope you remember me from 3 months ago. And then I just said, I'm still interested in rotating with you. And she said, yes. So I think, and then this was my last rotation and I stayed on ever since. And I'm glad I sent that email out because I'm a very bad person dealing with rejection in general, but I'm happy that I did. And I think this is like one email that changed my life because now I can't imagine working in another lab other than Wood Lab. So just want to thank Laura so much. And then I want to show you my respect and admiration for you in the most Korean way. So just think of like Kung Fu Panda. When Kung Fu Panda is done with his Kung Fu training and say goodbye to the Kung Fu master, and Koreans, we bow to our teachers or parents to show the biggest respect and admiration. So I want to bow, but it takes a full body exercise. So I will step back and just want to bow to Laura in camera. And you can also appreciate my beautiful hanbok dress. So thank you, Laura.
Thank you, Yeji. I'm really glad you sent that email too. I was so out of it in January 2016. I don't remember not emailing you back, but I'm really glad you sent it.
I want
It's amazing to have you in the lab.
Congratulations, Yeji. You made us all cry.
Oh. And I also want to thank my lab mates, my friends, and then you can kind of see how people grow older in the picture. So it's really funny because I joined this lab in my mid-20s and now I'm 31. So you can see like not just me, but everyone just growing old together. My friends in Baltimore who really made sure I stay okay, both physically and mentally, because there are some very down times in grad school that no matter what, you are just not feeling great. And my friends always stood with me, biggest part of my life outside of grad school. And these little memories and just that feeling great about myself is what really helped me move forward in my science career as well. So just want to thank everybody. And my classmate of 2015, we started out at 6, including Navy here. And Lionel was the only guy, and we always like to do sorority pose whenever there's a chance to take group pictures. And now many of you have progressed to do your post-PhD career. I'm so proud of everyone's progress, and just thank you so much. And also my husband, Jiung, he really stood with me during my life in US. Well, he wasn't physically with me in Baltimore because he was also receiving a training, but he was with me in the good times and also the bad times, like that's bad phase. And I'm just so happy to start a new chapter of our life together. And also, I want to thank my cat, Fuchu. She came to me when I was studying for my oral exam in my second year and has been my study buddy and also my Zoom buddy and my writing buddy finally. And I just wanted to be a proud cat mom. So I woke up in the morning thinking I need to also make Fuchu proud so I wouldn't just be a lazy couch potato. This is my mom and dad, and I know they're very proud of me, but I know also at the same time they were kind of sad to have me leave the country to do the grad school. My parents have been always the biggest supporter and always help me trust in myself, and sometimes just tell me, just don't worry about these things too much. It will just pan out by itself. So that really comforted me, and I always knew that even if everything doesn't work out, I always have them to go back to. So want to thank my family, my parents, for the unconditional support and love, and also my brother, who makes sure I stay on top of the Generation Z and millennial humor because he thinks I'm too old school. So thanks for feeding all that humor so I can keep up with the babies in grad school. And also want to thank my parents-in-law who are always equally supportive of me and just wants to feed me all the nicest things whenever I visit them in Korea. So I always gain like 5 pounds when I come back. And my grandparents, my dad's parents and my mom's parents, they're just so, I'm just very lucky girl to have all my grandparents and establish such bond because they always taught me to just be a very independent woman, but still love your close by people. And usually what happens after an experiment fails, especially it feels worse on a Friday evening when you have like a 2-day protocol and you find out it didn't work on Friday evening. I go home like this, still feel bad. I call my grandma and she says, it's all okay. It's okay. Don't think about it too much over the weekend. Make sure you get some rest. We're gonna do it again next Monday. So those were what really helped me going forward. And they're, even on the phone, my grandmas were my biggest support group. I know my paternal grandmother, she passed away during grad school, but I know she would be very, very proud of me because she always said, you want to study or learn when you can. And I did, and I know I made her proud. So lastly, I want to dedicate my PhD thesis to both of my grandmothers and just want to thank them for helping me become a strong, fierce, independent woman. So just want to end here, and I want to show this funky picture of me. It's also me wearing Korean hanbok, but when I was younger. So we have matching outfit. I want to thank everybody who came here to join me. And thank you so much. I hope I didn't cry too much.
I think we all did a little bit. That was amazing. I love this picture.
Both of us want what we want, but we don't know why.
저의 룸메이트 동훈 씨가 저에게 이렇게 아름다운 꽃을 선물해 주었죠. 그리고 이건 이제 집에서 끝난 후에 처참한 광경. 우리 교수님이 주신 샴페인. 친구들이 저한테 졸업한다고 편지를 써줬는데 읽다가 눈물 콧물을 찔끔했네요.
My heart's brave. It's clear that you are the captor. Clear that you are the captor. But I still want you.